Hi guys, welcome to the MERN Stack series. In this tutorial, we're gonna see a delete operation in MERN. In the last lecture, we had seen how post and get operation worked. Here, start with the delete method. So over here, you can see I have a delete button. So once I delete this, this record should get deleted. Also, which I have stored in that particular document has to be deleted. So for that, we have to configure the backend. So first, we go to the backend, and in the folder called routes, I go to the user.js. So previously we had seen the get and post method. So here we gonna see a delete method. So here, instead of post, I have to give delete. Also, I have to configure here. So here I gonna give delete task. So also I should give the delete task over here and go to the controller and task controller. So this have to write a logic for the delete. So have to give exports dot delete task equals async request comma response. So arrow function I have to give. In this, I'm gonna give a try catch block over here. So here I have to give catch. So here whatever I had in the catch, have to paste it over here. Here the whatever the ID. So here the user.js, uh, I have a ID over here. So whatever the ID, so that ID has to be, I get it from the params here. So for that, so the const ID equals equals request dot params dot ID. So the whatever IDs is, I want to get it from this request params. So it's a dynamic URL. We will get it from that parameters, dynamic parameters. So here in this, I have to avoid, I have to use. So I have a model called user. You can see my model is user. So I have to delete. So for that, I have a method called find by id and delete. This is my method. So in this method, I have to pass this id, the whatever the URL I'm passing, that id should come here. So here, once it's fine, it one and it's go to the MongoDB database, and it's whatever the ID is coming, and it's find the ID and delete that particular ID. So here you have to give a response. So once the data has been deleted, my status should be my status should be 204, because 204 is the sense there is no content in the DB. So here my JSON. So here I have to give a message user details has been deleted. So you can give anything, user detail deleted. So once I save this, and you can go to this backend, and here just see if there is any error or not. So once it's being connected, we'll check in the postman. Yeah, it's connected. So go to the postman, and over here you can see. So over here you can see the previously we had seen get all data and post data. Here we gonna see a delete. In this, so it's loading. Wait a minute. Here I have to give a URL http colon double slash localhost 5000 is my server port. So the server is connected to the port 5000. Here go to that, and I have a URL called API slash task. So in the index you can see here in the index.js I have. So in the index.js, you can see API slash task. In this, it goes to this router user. In this, I have a route user is a path. So it's go to that particular page, and it see the delete method over here, and I passed the ID. So whichever the document I have deleted, that ID should get from this, and you have a delete task. So you have to delete task which is configured in the task controller. Go to the task controller. So this params, this is a parameter I'm passing this ID. So we get by using the by using request dot params dot ID. So whatever the ID in this parameter, that it gets stored in this ID. So it goes to the database. It's finding. So here it goes to the database. Is finding that particular ID and find by ID and delete. It's get deleted, and so if it is deleted, my response should be the 204, there is no content, user detail deleted. So go to that, and here I click the, I have to give a particular ID which I have to delete. So in this I have a ROM over here, so have to delete that ID. So instead of this I'm giving this, and I'm once you have to give the delete. So I have lot of methods here. We're gonna see a delete, so that's why I have given delete. So once I send this, you could see. So we'll check whether the code is correct or not. I got a server error. So let's check where I done a mistake. So the server error is coming. So I done some mistake. So in the routes I have given the task and delete task. So here find by ID and delete is correct. Avoid user. So I got. So here I have ID, my status is 204, the message should be like this, and so everything is being corrected, and so we will store it in some constant. So delete doc equals, so just give like this, and delete find by ID and delete is a correct method. So I just save this. So I refresh this. So have this ID right over here. Have this ROM I have to delete over here, and just copy this and paste it again. Once I send this, yes, I got a status of 204. There is no content. So this is what the backend. So the 204 status, and my data is, my document will get deleted. You can see I have a 5 documents right now. So once I click this, I got only 4 I can able to see. So here I have to configure in the front end, go to the app.js. So here I have to go to app.js, and here I have a button. So once in this array value, so here I get all the data by using this URL. So once I get all the data, so I store it in the response. That response, whatever the response I got, I store it in this set task. So have all the datas in this task. So I have list mapped all the task over here. In this I have given the delete. So in this, once I on click, my that record should get deleted. So for that I have a method called on click. Over here in the anonymous function, uh, I have to give the handle delete. Over here I have to give a method. So for that I have to give handle delete, handle delete function. In this function I have to pass a list underscore id is my id. Whatever the id, that id will be getting through this. So here my document, you can see underscore id have to give. So for that you have, you could see here. So if you have any doubt in this, you just print it over here. You can see the id of that particular document. So here list dot underscore id. So here I just comment it out for. So here I just delete this. So once I save this and go to the front end, once I save this, you could see. So it's compiling. So once it's compiled, I get the ID of that particular document. So it's compiling. Here I have to give on click function. So once it's executed, so we can write a logic over here. On click, once I on click that, so my on click function, I have to give a handle delete. So you can see over here, it's loading. So I got the id of that document. So here you can see, have to give a space. So this is a document id which I stored in the database. In this id you can see this particular name. Over here you can see, this id is stored. So this id belong to this name. So you have to pass the id. So over here, so for that only, uh, had mentioned, you have to give handle delete. Have to particularly delete that whatever id pass this, pass over here. This is, for this I have to give list dot underscore id. I have to give. Once I pass this, I have to write a, I have to define a method over here. So have to write a handle delete. So here have to give pass this, and so over here have to write filter all the datas which I had. Right now we have to see. So here I have to give a async and await. So for that I have to give async. Over here you have to give await. So here I have to get the from the axios. So already been declared that importer. So here I have a delete method. So whatever the URL I have given over here has to come. So here I have to copy paste this. So here so we have to get this ID and URL, and we have to paste it over here till symbol I'm just giving. So once again I copy this, and you have to give this URL over here. So here I'm just passing this ID over here. So this ID will be anything. So this I have list of datas over here, list of datas. In this I can click any datas over here. So for that, so whatever ID I'm passing, this should be here. So for that, here you have to give dollar ID. So I'm passing this ID, and the set task. So the set task we have to filter. So for that, whatever the task I have, so here the task I have the list of data. So here I have to give task dot filter method have to use. So whatever that you can give any name over here. So underscore ID is not equal to, it should be not equal to this, whatever the ID passing, that should get filtered. And so whatever the ID I'm passing over here, it should not match with that, that should get filtered, and it should be displayed in over here. So here, so I'm just filtering. So here I'm just compile this, and you can see it's not equal to I have to give. And once I save this, so I'm filtering the data, I just removing this data, I'm just printing, other than this ID should get printed. So for that, so delete is before it cannot access. So here delete. So here I have to give a arrow function, I got some mistake over here. So I'm wrongly, so here, so on click equals, so anonymous function I have to pass. So for that, so in the curly bracket, so I have to give this with this, and so just I save this. So if I delete this Radha, the Radha should get deleted. So if I delete this Johnson, Johnson should get deleted. So the delete operation is working fine. So thank you all of you. Thank you.